Joined by head coach Kevin Epley here at the Carolina Tennis Center, where South Carolina is getting ready to open SEC play this weekend on the road at Auburn and Alabama. Coach, before we talk about those matches, let's look back at last week a little bit. We didn't get to check in with you after that Furman match. Obviously a disappointing result. Just want to see what your thoughts were now that you've had some time to digest what happened against that team. It looked like it started off well, the doubles point. South Carolina was able to come back on some courts and get that point, and then heading into singles, Furman able to win 5 out of 6, got 3 3-set matches that all went to Furman. Just, what happened there in those singles matches, and what have you guys been working on this week to correct it?
Well, we were actually happy with the doubles because we've been struggling with doubles. We've been working on it going up into that match, and going into singles, it came down to Furman. I mean, you got to hand it to Furman. I mean, they have come off a couple good wins, Wake, and they had beaten Alabama. So we knew they were strong. They were very competitive, and they made a lot of balls. And I just don't think we were ready for how much they wanted to win. And basically at the end, I mean, it looked like they wanted it a little more than us. So we actually really needed that match because it let us know where we are. And so ever since then, we have been digging in deep to who we are, working a heck of a lot harder. We've had some rain, so it's been tough, but the time that we've been on the court, we're really pushing it. And we're feeling good about where we are. I mean, it was an unfortunate loss, but again, you got to hand it to Furman, and we're thankful to have that match. To be honest, at this point, I mean, obviously from rankings, it's not helpful or anything, but it really gave us the critical information we needed to know going into the brutal SEC stretch ahead.
I mean, just looking at how the team's responded since then, are you happy with what you've seen? Has it been a positive response from the team and just dealing with that loss? Obviously not the outcome they were looking for, but are you seeing what you want to see here out on the practice courts?
Yeah, we're definitely moving in the right direction. We've had a lot of team meetings. We have conflict resolution meetings and that sort of thing. That's just part of our program, and we've really, we say pick up the rock and look at the ugly worms and snakes underneath it, and bring that out into the fore and how we're going to do with it. There's some basic Gamecock principles that we've gotten away from, and we've been spending the time since then getting those back. We still have some youth on this team, and some of them have only been through 4 SEC matches, so a lot of it is conveying what being a Gamecock is in a meaningful way. And then a lot of it has to do with, quite frankly, me holding them accountable to that standard until they're ready to take ownership over that themselves. So, like I said, I mean, it's been a good week since Furman, and we just got to, as we say, point our arrow at the target, and just know that we won't be stopped in the pursuit of the goals that we have for this season.
Well, let's talk about this upcoming weekend. You got Auburn first, and then Alabama. Auburn, a team that is 5-1. Alabama 8-1. I think neither one of these teams has probably played as challenging of a schedule as South Carolina has, just when you look at it on paper. But Auburn, a lot of common opponents with South Carolina: Furman, Clemson, Georgia Tech. They've played basically half their schedule's been the same teams that you've played. Mm-hmm. And what can you what do you look for in this Auburn team, and just what can you expect from them? And also just Alabama. I mean, both these teams are usually tough in and year out. I mean, it's the SEC. I mean, you pretty much get that, I think, from every team.
Yeah, particularly early in the SEC, everybody's hungry to start the SEC season, so a lot of these teams start really strong and real competitive. Jenny Mines at Alabama is a very experienced coach, been doing this for years, so her team will be ready to go. She knows how to get her teams ready. And Carolyn Lilly at Auburn is an up-and-coming, very strong coach as well. So she's going to have her team ready. She doesn't accept anything less than that. So we're going to have super competitive weekend, and really it's going to be about what we bring. I mean, we know what they're going to bring, and we've been building out, the character of this team particularly this last week, to build our identity so we know exactly what we're bringing to the courts as well. So it's going to be a very competitive weekend. We're going to have to play very well to win these matches. So we're just going to take it 1 point at a time, 1 day at a time.
All right, Coach, we appreciate the time and best of luck this weekend in Tuscaloosa and Auburn.
Thank you.